What is up, Knights of X, and welcome back to one of the craziest weeks in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes history in terms of news, character releases, and future things to come. There is simply so much going on in the game right now and things to discuss, but I feel like there's one particular thing that we are not discussing that I feel like we need to have a bigger conversation about, and it has to do with the new loading screen. There is one thing on there that I think is going to indicate what's coming next in the future or something even bigger. So I want to talk about all that today. A lot to discuss. I want to remind you guys, if you enjoy this content, don't forget to drop a like in the video and subscribe for more content to support your boy Vex. Really shows that you appreciate the channel and is the best way to support me and my future growth on YouTube. So I do appreciate all that support. But let's get right into it. What I want to talk about is the new loading screen, because there's something that a lot of players have missed we have simply not talked about. So we're going to head over to the other screen really quick and show you guys exactly what I mean. This is the new loading page for Galaxy of Heroes, and it's showing all the marquee characters, but check out over here. This is the brand new, as of like a year ago, which is, I guess, Disney somewhat folk myth canon, the Dark Millennium Falcon, what appears to be piloted over here by Darth Jar Jar Binks. Now, I think that this is foreshadowing for what is to come next, but I want to know what you guys think about what this could lead to. So, I did some research today while I was at work, and I wanted to get a little bit of the lore behind the whole Dark Millennium Falcon, and I discovered that it is a part of the new Lego show that came out for Disney. I'm pretty sure it's called Lego Rebuild the Galaxy. I could be wrong on that. Yeah, Rebuild the Galaxy from Star Wars Disney. So that is where it's coming from, but there's way more to it than that. It's not a simple just coming out with Star Wars, a Dark Millennium Falcon piloted by just Jar Jar. There's more to it, and I feel like it could tie into some other things. So, want to showcase this. This is a Dark Millennium Falcon, and we're going to go a little bit into the lore behind it in terms of what could be coming with it. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring over here to the other screen. I'm going to go big over here. This is the movie poster for the Dark Millennium Falcon with Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy. Now, these are all, made up characters. There's a lot going on here. There's Darth Jar Jar. Pretty sure that is Lightside Vader. We have Bounty Hunter C-3PO. That looks like Kylo Ren. That's definitely Dark Rey, Darkside Rose Tico, Maul, Lando Calrissian. There's a lot going on here. We're obviously not getting a lot of these characters, but what I'm really focused on is this ship right here. And I did a little bit more research and digging, and I was like, who is piloting this ship? What could be possible? And how could this tie into Galaxy of Heroes? So what I was thinking is I looked at the Lego set. I looked at the Lego set for the Dark Falcon, which is what it's called. And if you look at the bottom right, there's two characters that we have in-game right now that could represent this ship. We have Darth Jar Jar and Darkside Rey. I think that this could lead into a potential lifter unit for maybe the Finalizer. That might be really overstretching. I don't think they're going to release a new ship for Leviathan because it's Sith. But I'm curious, what if they turn this Sith/First Order ship into Galaxy of Heroes to be a Finalizer lifter unit, maybe as a potential conquest unit, or maybe even a galactic chase? I do not know. I don't think they're going to have an entire era based off the Dark Falcon, but I feel like there's a lot that could come along with it. I mean, I was really speculating and doing some research today to see what they could possibly do with Expanded Universe. I'm not really that in-depth when it comes to ships for, the Legends and stuff like that. I do know that we have the Star Forge, which is a Old Republic kind of thing. Don't see how this could tie into that, but honestly, with the way this game is going, anything can happen. We don't know any sort of synergy and stuff like that. We simply do not know. So, this is the Dark Falcon, and I am thinking that we could get a potential Darkside Vision Rey and Darth Jar Jar to pilot this ship. Now, I know you guys are going to think I'm crazy, Vex. That's a conquest unit and a legendary character. There's no way they're going to do that, but we've seen it in the past. Malgus is a conquest unit that's required to pilot a conquest ship. So, it's definitely possible. Is there any legendary characters that pilot a ship? Off the top of my head, I don't remember. It's actually, yes, Chewbacca. Chewbacca is a legendary unit that pilots the Millennium Falcon. Raid Han or Han Solo is a raid unit. So, it's very possible. My big question to you guys is, could this fit into Galaxy of Heroes, and where do you see it fitting into? So what I want to do is head into game and talk about possible solutions. Now, I did bring it up earlier about potentially doing a finalizer kind of lifter unit. Now, I don't know if it's going to tie in. Obviously, it's Darkseid and First Order. The only reason why I'm thinking about it having First Order synergy is because of Darkseid Ray being a First Order character and also having a Sith tag. We are very familiar, something like along with that, with another ship, which is going to be the Dagger. So let me go ahead and find that really quick. Right over here, TIE Dagger. It is a First Order and Sith ship. So it could be the same exact concept because it works for both. You could have Jar Jar, who's the Sith, and you can have Darkseid Ray, who's the First Order, both combined to bring the Dark Falcon to the game. So this is a possibility, and I think this is going to be the #1 way they implement this ship. I could be way off on that, but that's just Vex's little theory. The second possible option, which I think is not ever going to be a thing, but at the same time, CG absolutely loves Leviathan, so could this possibly be a Leviathan lifter unit? So it stops losing to Executor, and it makes it even more overpowered. I think this is the least likely option. I think Leviathan has had way too much time in the limelight as the meta, and it's time for it to rest. As much as I love Darth Revan and the KOTOR era and all of that fun shenanigans with, you know, the expanded universe and Legends, I think we've seen Leviathan in the fleet meta for 3 years now. So it'd be nice to get something new. Not a lifter unit for Leviathan, something to beat Leviathan. So this is a possibility, but I don't think it's going to happen at all. The third possible solution is that it's going to bring in a new fleet, a new capital ship. Now, off the top of my head, I can't think of anything specific where they could release a expanded universe type of fleet. The only one that I could think of is, like I said earlier, is the Starforge. That is a massive, massive space station, but it'd be similar to like the Death Star. I don't know if they could do the Death Star like that. So that's another possibility. The next question is, if they were to implement the Dark Falcon into Galaxy of Heroes, how are they going to do it? Now, I don't think we're going to have a ship era, a whole era dedicated to ships. So that leaves two possible scenarios. It's going to be either a galactic chase or possibly a conquest unit. Now, I have no idea if CG is going to bring back galactic chases. I think the last time we had a ship released was the B-Wing. I could be wrong on that, and I'm pretty sure it was from the previous Marquee system where, like Punishing One, not with an era associated to it. So the B-Wing was the last ship to do that. I don't know how they're going to do ships going forward, but I really do think that this is a indication for what is to come next, or a little bit of a teaser. So I want to know what you guys think. It's very, 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 very cool. I would like to see it happen. As you know, Darth Jar Jar is here to stay. There's so many endless possibilities of what can come to the game now with the introduction to all these characters. Want to know if you guys think it's going to just be piloted by Jar Jar? Are we going to have some Darkseid Ray action? Is it going to be a Sith unit? Is it going to be something else? I mean, I don't see it doing anything to Empire. I don't think there's any Empire synergy. I don't think it's going to lift Executrix or Chimera. Definitely not going to be lifting a light side fleet. So, if this were to come to the game, where's it going? That's the biggest question I have, is where could this possibly go into the game? How is it going to come? And do you think it's going to be a conquest or galactic chase? That's the big thing. Honestly, my big hopes is that it does come. But yeah, I mean, who knows what's happening with ships. I personally think that ships kind of need a little bit of a update. I think the first thing they can do is, if they do release this ship, is add tokens to the era shipments for ships, because taking it so long to farm a ship up from level 1 to 7-star is just insane, especially when they're not double dropped. So I'm hoping with the introduction to this ship that they will also adjust the ship economy. I also want to bring up that we could also be getting a potential new fleet with the New Republic. I know a lot of people were speculating about a New Republic fleet coming. So with a New Republic fleet possibly on the way, I have no idea if that's going to be a separate era or what. Ships are in a weird spot. It could tie in to maybe countering that fleet or something like that. I really don't know what CG has planned, but ships are in a weird spot. Like I said, New Republic fleet could be coming. This fleet, or this ship, I think is definitely coming. But nice, fun little speculative video. Wanting to see what the Knights of Vex are thinking. Do you guys even want this ship? Do you see it having a place in Galaxy of Heroes? And if you do, where is it going? So Thank you guys for tuning in today. Fun little speculative video. I like doing stuff like this, so if you guys want to see more videos like this from your boy Vex, don't forget to drop a like, leave your comments down below whether you like to see it and if you want to see the ship coming into the game. And as always, subscribe to the channel for more content from your boy. And I'll catch you guys in the very next one. May the Force be with you all. Peace.